let's rank the candidates. Like, who would you most like to get this job as someone who's going to watch football on Fox? The 4 candidates are Lynch, Sean Payton, Sean McVay, and Drew Brees. Let's go through each one, give the relative strengths and weaknesses of each one as an announcer, potentially. Not everyone has done it before, and see and rank them. Let's do it.
All right, Lynch is pretty good, actually. I really don't have a
good.
problem with him, and I think that
very good.
Right, and he's really good with understanding defenses as a safety. So I like Lynch. I think that he's a prime candidate. He speaks well. It's easy. He gives you the game easily, and he doesn't really fumble on his words. I like Lynch.
He's really good. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sean Payton is an unknown. I would actually put him at the top, near the top, just because I'm interested to hear what he has to say, because I know what goes through his mind, and I've seen how his offenses have evolved from Drew Brees to Jameis Winston to what he tried to do this past year. So I would put Sean Payton up there just for the unknown, right?
He's really smart, and he's got a ton of experience as opposed to Sean McVay. He really might have a lot of interesting things to say. I have no idea what his voice would sound like, and he is a bit of a freaking weirdo with that past he had with the, I don't know, weirdo, but he's got a bit of a scandalous figure.
And if Kevin James taught me anything from that movie, is that Sean Payton's actually really funny. So if he's really funny like that, to just put him in there, man. Like, put him on the, because we could use a little bit more humor that's not forced, okay?
All right.
Sean McVay, again, is going to be unknown. I can listen to Sean McVay, though, talk football all day, and he's much more outspoken than Sean Payton is, especially I implore anybody to look up on YouTube. There was an interview that happened with Sean McVay where the guy was rattling off situations from years ago, even when he wasn't a head coach, and then he'll say, like, 3rd and 11, 142 in the third quarter, what did you call it? He was like, man, we saw a 3-4 front. He was like, we ran this, and this, boom. And, like, his mind is like a steel trap in that way. Like, Sean McVay is incredible, man. So his knowledge would be really nice to hear as well, too. And then the fourth one was,
Drew Brees.
He's the one I like the least. I got a chance he did the one playoff game, but he wasn't ready. I think he needs to sit for a year since he's a quarterback so he can get ready. If he wants to do this.
What was it about him you didn't like? Because I didn't like him either.
He was just kind of fumbling around. He wasn't really offering anything that wasn't surface level, right? Things that weren't very obvious, and I didn't really feel like he was adding much to the broadcast. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that could just be first year jitters. Again, like he should probably just sit, because all quarterbacks should sit no matter what profession they are in. Sit 1 year and then come back and play.
He's not ready.
He's not ready. He's just not ready. Drew Brees isn't ready. You saw the glimpses, but he's just not ready. So I don't know if they should hold on to Tony Dungy and Chris Sims a little bit more.
4 or 5 years he'll be ready, but not.
Yeah. And if they're not, then they should be looking to upgrade. Just just based on that. But Brees is the one I like the least. The other two are going to be ahead of him just on unknowns. That's it, more than anything. But I'm way more interested in probably hearing what Sean McVay has to say than Payton, even though I would put them both like in that same unknown category.
Okay, let's rank them. Starting from the bottom all the way to the top.
Yeah, Brees 4. I'm going to say Payton 3.
I'm with you. Hold on. I'll go with you at the same. So we'll start at 4. Brees 4. I agree. I don't want to hear him. To me, he has nothing interesting to say. He's trying to kind of please everyone and be super bland and vanilla. I don't want to hear Drew Brees. They're only considering him because he's like from Texas.
Yeah. So I'm out on Brees. 3, I'm going to say Sean Payton just because I don't know. And he doesn't seem to crack as much with the way that he speaks. At least Sean McVay is a little bit more personable, I feel like I've gotten from the press conferences. So maybe that would make for better TV. So I'll put Payton third.
I'm going to put McVay third. And the reason I'm going to put him there is because I know he tries to sound like John Gruden very much. He's a little bit of a motor mouth. He talks a lot. And I wonder if he's good on a podcast. He's good answering questions, but I wonder if like John Lynch is much more conversational than Sean McVay. Sean McVay just might power. I don't know. He's a bit of an unknown too. I'm going to put him at 3. Just me. All right, number 2.
And I might be, and you know what? It might work in that fashion because he has to get reined in. He's not doing play-by-play. He'll be color commentator. So there's play-by-play, and they'll ask him to dip in, and you got to get out. Like, we got to get.
He might be better at play-by-play. Like, all right, 3-4 front. We got to.
Yeah, no. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, come on, calm down, man. After the play, break it down. Don't do that. Like, that's the thing that some people don't like about Romo. It doesn't bother me about Romo. I like that portion of it where he can diagnose. But yeah, don't start doing all of that because there's a lot of people who aren't interested in those things when they're watching football, right? And that's the thing that you need to be able to give both sides. And I hate the word casual, but there are casual fans who don't care about X's and O's. They really just want to drink and watch and see who scores more points. And they have a surface level idea of what's going on. And there's the hardcore nuts. So you got to be able to be in the middle.
I mean, John Madden was a super technical.
Right. He started as a illustrator.
Oh, yeah. Let me say another reason I'm putting McVay third. It's the main reason I didn't like Gruden. Always felt when Gruden was in the booth that he was being super nice to everyone because he knew he was going to come back in the league. This guy, such a good player. That coach, this organization, everything was top flight. I was like, dude, you don't really feel that way at all, especially after we read your emails. Guess not, John. So I felt there was an air of inauthenticity. Whereas with Madden, when he was talking, you knew he wasn't going to coach again. He wasn't exactly being critical of people, but it didn't seem like he was trying to be political and diplomatic either.
That man did not say one bad word about Brett Favre his entire career that he was out there, man.
You got to be at least 30 years old to know that, though. That's true.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, that's for the older heads for you to know that one. Yeah.
All right, number two.
I've got McVay there, but we've discussed both of them. So I think we both have Lynch at 1. I just think that Lynch has the track record. Lynch was actually really good when he was in the booth, and I actually enjoy listening to him speak when he's not being asked do or die questions about the 49ers.
I agree. The only reason I put Peyton at 2, I don't know if he might be terrible, by the way. This is all, I don't know. I just think the idea of a retired Sean Payton who doesn't give a fuck just saying exactly what he thinks of every team, that to me has potential. Just saying, like if he could actually be critical during a game, like, well, I'm not going to coach again. I mean, that would be really cool. But I don't know if he would do that.
What kind of scares me about Peyton too is what if he's more Bill Parcells in terms of like when he's talking, right? Like, and that's not necessarily something I necessarily want to hear in terms of being entertainment, right? Because he's from the Bill Parcells school, so he could be like, would you want to hear Bill Belichick call football? No.
It could be way too dry. Way too
dry. Right.
Yeah.
Just so do we know that Sean Payton would be like that? That's the thing.
What we're both saying is that John Lynch take this job. The Niners give you their blessing. Take that, get that bag, do your thing. You're perfect for it, buddy. You're perfect for this job. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think the Niners will be just fine without you.
Promote Adam Peters.
Go Adam Peters. M. Niner says, Trey Jimmy can't stand watching his butt fumble like play and all the hospital balls he throws is ugly. M. Niner, you're the first person that's had this epiphany, but I'm glad that you had it because now we're going to relay it to the team and make sure they do the right thing. So I love how Niner fans just be like, "Oh, Jimmy!" Like, man,
in February.
Most teams are run by one person, coach, GM, owner.
There's one guy that has more influence, but it feels like some of it is a team thing, you know, in terms of like who's got input and things like that. That's why you see guys get promoted out of those situations. I think that we just don't know the dynamic, so it's hard for us to speculate on it.
TJW says if Lynch leaves, then Trey was 100% Kyle's guy. Agreed. Jimmy leaving and Lynch going behind wouldn't surprise me. He's so pro Jimmy. This would tell a lot. Every time they've had a press conference since the trade, whenever Lynch talks, I just want to say how professional Jimmy Garoppolo. He has been above reproach. It's like, okay, all right, man, that's enough. That's enough.
We got it, bro. We got it.
Yeah, he's so professional. Dark horse candidate for Fox, Antonio Brown. Yeah, if they had any
balls.
Yeah. Chardall is like Kyle. Grant is like Lynch.
Wow. Chardall, yeah. Chardall's the man.
He's the man. My theory is that if SF is waiting, SF is waiting until the trade deadline next season to wait for some team to get desperate.
I want to puke.
Oh my God.
God. No disrespect, but please, God, no, don't let this happen, please. If
John Lynch had his way. John Lynch is everybody like, hold your horses, everybody.
We could really get him at the trade deadline.
Right.
Please, if you're up there, Superman, don't let that happen, please.
Praying to Superman. I like that. Romo makes you feel smarter. Breeze makes you sleep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Breeze seemed nervous. It's like,